On this week's episode, who killed Charlie Kirk? Welcome to the fireside.
Yeah. All right. What are we going to talk about?
Oh boy, here we go.
Just kidding.
Yeah, strap in.
Somebody got shot.
What?
I don't know if you've heard.
Again.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated
Yeah, executed, to say the least.
September 10th. So much to talk about. So many angles. Like
Dude.
I truly don't know where to start and where to go. So I figured like whoever wants to say a first word, we'll just dive from there.
Oh.
Deep breath.
Who do you think did it?
Which can of worms do we want to open up first? Holy shit.
Okay, so let's start with the and I only have Monday and Tuesday info under my belt. Like I don't even know what
fucking
new
day
has
is
come out today.
Nothing today.
So
Nothing
safe.
today. That is correct.
what are okay, so for
First, you want to do first impressions?
how about this? Like, let's just explain. Like, anybody who has been living under a rock who doesn't know, Charlie Kirk is a conservative, I guess, shock debater, activist. He would go to college campuses. He would set up stations anywhere. He worked at Turning Point USA. I don't know if it was his
It's his
company.
company.
It was his company.
Yeah.
Out in 2012.
But he is you've probably seen him if you don't know who he is. He's the guy that sets up at college campuses and various locations and asks people questions about what is a woman, you know, and that was, what's his name?
Matt Walsh.
More specifically, Matt Walsh. But along those lines, like basically talking about the Bible, talking about religion, talking about, you know, all of the historical facts and basically just getting people to encouraging debate.
yeah, having
his whole
open
thing
Listen
was-
to both sides.
I think it was like Change My Mind, or that might have
That was
been
Crowder. Yeah.
But same kind of thing.
Same concept.
Here's the microphone.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, more power
Sure.
to you. That was
But
kind
let's-
of his
let's
thing. Right?
hear each other's
Yeah.
sides.
Conversation.
And let me see if I can sway you to my side or if you can sway me to yours.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Open debate.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And then at the rally in Utah, he was shot by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't say I have theories, but I think I lean more towards the actual, I fucking hate even saying this,
Narrative.
more leaning towards the FBI's explanation.
You do.
And I
I'm
hate
glad
saying
we're
it.
starting.
I don't.
And
I don't.
And shocker.
I know.
What do you? What that's
So let's go. So it was, what's his face? Tyler Robinson.
Tyler Durden
No, different guy. But Tyler Robinson
was the third suspect that they decided this must be the guy.
Okay, so we'll walk through it. As I watched it,
Mhm.
I sent you guys a message and like Adam responds later, holy shit, Charlie Kirk is shot. I'm like, yeah,
Dude.
I told you an hour and a half ago. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I sent you guys a link. I'm like,
we
holy
had
shit.
just sat down to chow, and someone was like, "Holy shit, Charlie Kirk got shot!" So obviously the TV goes on. We're
Yep.
on the news. We're all on our phones. We're fucking glued to it.
So that's
today.
kind of what happened. It was right at lunchtime that we saw it as well. And then immediately you have like, oh, they got the guy. It was this old crazy fucker. Okay.
Jumped up and said, I did it.
Right.
I did it.
And then
George Zinn.
and even Kash Patel, head of the FBI, we got him.
Yeah.
We fucking got him.
Call off the search, boys. They actually said it. Call off the search. We found him.
Dude,
We've got him.
The
Everybody
George
stop looking.
Zinn thing was fucking weird.
Everybody
Is that
stop
where
looking.
we're
We got him.
starting? Are we starting?
Fine, let's
with
start
George.
We got him.
What the fuck?
Well, would it shock you to know that he now has child porn on his computer?
100%.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
Of
and went,
course he does.
Fucking shocker.
FBI, just so when you're, I know you're listening. I'm on your side. My computer, like,
I'm
don't
not.
fuck with my computer because
For the record, there's no child porn on Johnson.
zero, none, and there never should be.
Yeah, it's all on his
Cash.
phone. What?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
hey, I'm Apple
Just
Cloud.
kidding.
I'm Apple family. They're all tied. You're gonna put Pegasus on my phone and implant some shit.
So George Zinn hops up, says, I did it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Me. Shoot me too. Shoot me.
I am him.
Yeah.
So I don't know how quickly that got like shot down because no pun intended, but like, okay, George, where's your rifle?
Yeah.
And nobody thought that odd immediately. Like, okay, this old man fucking pulled this
Here's
shot
a-
off.
just for what it's worth. It's what we're talking about. And that's him. That was. So I saw this on the news live.
Yeah,
as
so did I.
they're leading him away.
Yeah.
Man in custody, whatever.
Right away, people that know him, like, because small town up there, and people knew him, like, yeah, he's the village crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we know
Yes.
that. That's George. He said every political thing. He's just crazy. That's crazy George.
Crazy old George.
Crazy old George. So immediately then they switch back to like, okay, we got to find a guy. And then they start like pictures come around of somebody on a roof. The videos slowly start coming out of somebody running across a roof. And then you start getting a clear picture. Here's somebody in a stairwell.
FBI drops some pictures saying, this is our person of interest.
Correct.
Here they are climbing a set of stairs. They have hat and glasses on. Here's another side profile shot of the same person walking down a concourse walkway. Help us identify who this person is.
You know what drove me fucking nuts the next day after they get him? Well, this part in particular, because Kash Patel, sorry, bro, has become, let's say, a bit of a buffoon in this.
Complete.
So he goes on the next day with the governor of Utah and the special agent in charge in FBI in Utah there, and says, we got him. Under my direction, we did this. Under my direction, we did that. Or aggressive this, or this, and this is what happens when you let good cops be cops.
Hey, this isn't him, though.
Hey, he turned himself in.
Right.
You did not catch him.
Allegedly.
Let's be very clear about who caught him.
Allegedly, he turned himself in.
Yeah, that's a whole weird thing too.
We'll talk about it because I'm fresh off that episode, so I got all the details.
I'm trying to go in order here, and I don't want.
Let's just talk with the retardedness of the FBI statement. We got him because of our police work, blah, blah, blah. Not to say they didn't do good.
Presser open with, we got him. I'm like, dude, fuck you. You've just been waiting your whole career to get on the fucking microphone and say that. That was such a movie moment.
And he's, I was walking the crime scene like, hold on.
You were there?
Why are you walking the crime scene?
I thought we were going to let good cops do good cop things. What are you doing there?
You have, again, I want everybody to be on the same page here. Kash Patel has 0 law enforcement investigative qualifications. 0.
Right.
None. What the fuck do you think you're going to add to this while you're walking the crime scene? Other than getting in the way.
Right.
So, and then, we got him thanks to this work. Like, no, he turned himself in.
This is the second guy?
Tyler.
Okay, so there was a guy before Tyler that there
was the third person.
This is the person that we think it is. We've matched him to the photos. We've matched their jawline. This is him.
I'm talking about when they actually got Tyler.
2 days later, they're like, it's not him. We're still looking. Yeah. And then they found Tyler Robinson because allegedly he turned himself in, but really they never got an admission of guilt of him turning himself in. They had his dad who wanted to turn him in and talked him into giving himself up, but never has this kid once said he did it.
Dude,
we have the Discord messages.
Okay, hold on.
The quote around his arrest is, he's not cooperating, but everybody around him is. And I went,
yes. So you're talking about the Discord messages and the text messages to his boyfriend?
Yeah.
Those came out yesterday. Not just those. The actual Discord messages. And it's like, there's several. There's a bunch.
For what it's worth, the transgender who shot up the church was also involved in Discord.
And I haven't seen that. So the Discord ones are the only ones I haven't seen. But to my understanding, the Discord ones do not say anything implicating him.
Pull up my laptop, Adam. So this zealous monkey is Tyler Robinson. Hey guys, I have bad news for y'all. It was me at UVU yesterday. Blah blah blah. I fucking did it. And then it goes. So there was other ones that Discord said like, no, this was not related to him. These are false messages. But this one here, he's got a whole thread, and they were able to track all his freaking messages in this thing, and nothing crazy.
Oh, I haven't seen these.
There's no. This is a Substack article from Ken Klippenstein. If anyone's interested in reading it, it's a big article, but it really goes into the Discord angle of this, and because everyone's saying okay, he was radicalized on Discord. You can check off.
Sure. But if you listen to anybody who has talked to, on the Candace show, she's had a lot of people reach out to her, their neighbors, people at school, people who knew him from their same circle.
This talks about his background of who
saying that this is not him. That he's a well put together kid. He's a clean, tidy kid. He's not the radicalized guy. Exactly. If anybody's radicalized, it's his fucking tranny boyfriend.
Well, so this article goes into that. The one by Ken Klippenstein goes into who he was. He interviews people. That one kid who wanted to remain anonymous, that's been his friend since middle school. They actually reached out and talked to those people in the Discord server, hey, does anything like this? Nothing. They never would have, was he political? No, not really.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. And then you do get the text messages to his roommate / boyfriend.
I have a problem with
suspect around that, though.
Interesting.
It's so explicit.
Okay.
And formal. I did it. Here's every detail how I did it. It's I did it. Here's the weapon. Here's where I put the body. Here's why I did it.
But here's something that was pointed out that's very bizarre is everything they tell you about that the FBI releases is timestamp at this time, at this minute, at this time. every single one of those text messages, no time,
Yes.
no time for context in the conversation. So if you look at it and what he's saying and logically draw the conclusions, he's texting his tranny boyfriend during lockdown, which is minutes after the shooting, and he's saying, I changed. It's what the police used to call her. I don't know if it's from a movie quote or what, but it's an orgy of evidence. Like,
Yes.
it's too much evidence all at one place. Like, he's speaking in context that isn't necessarily appropriate English language. He's volunteering info that's not being asked about. Like, it just doesn't sit right. It's not normal conversation.
So when you look at your text messages right now, so it appears that I'm seeing one from an iPhone here that the Daily Mail has.
That's the problem with iPhones. You want me to show you droids?
No, say iPhone will show. I'm not going to show everybody in the world my messages, but see, look at mine, Steve.
Yeah.
Unless you scroll up to when the day started.
If you pull to the side.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Timestamp.
So when they're showing these pictures, unless they're pulling to the side like that,
sure.
If you pull to the side, then it has times.
But here's my problem is everything they tell you that the FBI releases that Charlie Kirk was shot at 12:23. They saw the shooter run across the roof and they had him on video at 12:20. Everything is timestamped, but they release these text messages and there's no context given off with the time that the conversation took place.
And based on the text messages, he says, I'm hiding here. And then he says, I have to go get my rifle, which hadn't been found yet. And then he says, my dad wants to know where it is. But like these things we know happened over the course of 36 hours.
2-3 days, his dad contacted him saying, where's the rifle? But the text messages say,
at least the way they were released.
The text messages were released and made you to believe they all took place immediately following. Yes. But it would make more sense that it spanned a couple days.
Let's take a look at it. Pull up my laptop again, Adam. I was just, sorry. I was listening to you. I was just,
yeah.
So this starts here. Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard.
Drop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin
your whole fucking day. Your whole fucking day is getting turned up. And then this here, this looks like it's leaving something out because it does. After that, he said there's a message under the keyboard. He said, I had the opportunity, which the message said, I had the opportunity, something to.
But it was weird. It said, I had the opportunity to do it. And then I the way it reads, and I can't remember specifically, but it's like a past tense with a present. But it doesn't make sense.
I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk.
So I'm taking it.
Taking it.
Yeah, so it doesn't mean you had the opportunity, so you took it, or you have the opportunity, you're taking it. It doesn't make sense. I had it and I'm taking it.
I do want to throw it out there just to play devil's advocate here because I've heard a lot of, you wouldn't do this, you wouldn't do this, you would. But you know what? Sure. But also, if John's theory is the correct one, where he's just some loony left guy who he's not in his right mind.
Sure.
So the argument of if you were to do this, you wouldn't do it. You don't fucking know that because you didn't shoot Charlie Kirk. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe he's not.
It'd be interesting to know if he's on SSRIs.
Think of how impossible. Think how impossible it would be to put yourself in that person's shoes. And
100%. And that's the hardest part with all this, and that's why people can believe the conspiracy angle, because it is very hard to believe that everything that they're saying is true. But if you're somebody who's going to go smoke somebody and has plot, clearly you're not of right mind anyway.
Right. Clearly crazy.
So, and the other thing that makes the conspiracy get hyped up so much more is the colossal mishandling of information.
And this isn't the first time.
No.
And that's what lends everything.
Point too.
How many times do we bungle all these fucking things before people start going, okay.
Well, Patel comes out and says could I have changed the wording a little better? But would I do it again? Yes, I would. It's all about transparency. I'm like, you're the head of the goddamn FBI in an active investigation. Transparency is not your friend.
Right.
I feel
not until the very end. Not until you have all of your information. Exactly. What the fuck are we doing? Everybody knows that.
A lawyer pointed this out. I can't remember what show I was watching on YouTube, but it was a lawyer talking about if this actually goes to trial, he pleads not guilty. And he went through everything Kash Patel said and released. I'm like, this is a massive,
it's a
huge fuck up.
Yeah, huge fuck up.
Yes,
he could legit get off.
How do you, as the head of the FBI, how many movies have you seen? Just movies, not even real life, enough to say, we can't give you any information this time. Yeah. We have an ongoing investigation. Yeah. We'll let you know more as we know.
Which you know what he said.
Holy fuck.
Well, you know what he said in a Senate hearing when they were talking about some other investigation. He's like, it's an ongoing investigation. I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
But you can fucking live stream
right now,
the manhunt.
I'm going to show you the live stream of me walking to the crime scene.
Yeah.
LOL, hashtag Mondays.
I think it's a
way to make your scene on the crime stamp, Cash.
I think it's worth addressing the elephant in the room. And I'm not saying that this is evidence. I'm just saying it's not not evidence and not worth talking about. Charlie Kirk recently changed his stance on Israel.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that Israel did it.
Well, we'll get into that later.
But all I'm saying is we have to get to it. And what
Don't be anti-Semitic.
What I am saying is it's not nothing. You know what I mean?
Of course, it's never nothing.
Nothing.
Let's finish with
the rest. We got to keep on track.
Because that, I think, is a side note. It's interesting.
At the very least.
I don't think Israel did it, is what I'm saying. However, there's like fucking no evidence. None.
Oh, it's all circumstantial. Absolutely. I'll give you that.
Okay.
And I will go into.
So back to Tyler Durden.
Yes.
Let's talk about
Robinson.
Mr. Robinson.
While he was making soap. Isn't that what Tyler Durden? He was making soap, right?
I don't remember.
You don't remember
We don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, Jesus.
First rule, dude.
Rule number one.
You brought up the man's name. You fucking doxed him right here.
Well, I didn't talk about his
You
activities.
didn't talk about it.
So we go into, initially they were talking about Discord messages.
Yeah.
And then Discord said like, no, we have no evidence of that. And then it was like a day and a half later that they found like this other server. So I don't know if there was the same, that trail was a little hard to follow on if the Discord messages were real or if they were bullshit.
Yeah.
Because initially Discord said, no, that's not true at all. And then Discord came out later and is cooperating with FBI and has handed over all this shit.
Yeah.
Plus other people who actually know how to fucking search things like that have searched and they found all his, because like all those OSINT guys that can track everybody through everything, like they're like, yes, this is Tyler and these are his tweets or his, whatever you call them on Discord.
Yeah.
So he sent those messages to those people like, hey, bad news, guys. It was me yesterday, blah, blah, blah. I'm handing myself in to a family friend or a relative.
It was
a neighbor.
It was a neighbor,
retired
law
marshal
share, and a pastor, I believe.
Yeah.
Was involved. No.
So again, you didn't catch him, FBI. But that was the whole thing. I had a hard time following that Discord. I'm like, is this real or not? But the more I see come out, like, I think that's real. So again, I kind of land more in the mainstream. I think they have colossally fucked a lot of things up. I'm still not very clear on the chain of custody of that rifle from the time he allegedly shot.
Nobody is, which is the fucking
rifle,
weird thing.
Disassembles the rifle, jumps off the roof.
But hold on. So
woods,
Charlie Kirk was shot at 12:23, and immediately they have PD footage. A police officer who got campus security footage saw that on the video at 12:23 he runs across the roof. That's the picture they've released on social media and on the news, where the person in black runs across the roof, kneels down, stands on a ledge, drops the bag, jumps down, stands up and runs, all within seconds. So initially we're told he disassembled the rifle and it was in two parts, right? He broke down the rifle off the roof and that's why he was able to carry it in that bag. So you're telling me in the matter of seconds he was able to disassemble that, was a Mauser or whatever it was?
I'm not familiar with that rifle at all.
Everything I've read about it and heard people talk about it is it's not like an AR. Same. It's not two clips that you pins that you undo and you can break it down. Like it takes a hot minute.
That's what I've heard.
So we're supposed to believe that he disassembled this rifle, jumps down in a matter of seconds, which people who are firearms experts say that you can't do it in that amount of time. Runs away and then assembles the rifle to ditch the weapon.
Let's say he can take down that fucking weapon.
Makes zero sense.
Let's say he can take it down like he's Jason Bourne. He can disassemble it that quick. It makes no sense in the fucking world
to reassemble it. I'm going to stop and take my time and reassemble this so I can get rid of it. Why wouldn't you get rid of it in two parts?
Well, and then per the Discord messages, it was, I have to go back and get my rifle from the
that was the text message with the boyfriend.
Correct.
And you're right. So per the text messages, I have to go back and get my rifle from the drop point. If you planned on leaving no evidence, why leave your rifle? If you can break it down and put it into your backpack, as I'm assuming you
why have a drop point?
Why put it back together and leave it somewhere?
That makes sense to me, because if you're trying to leave campus and there's a thing going on, like, hey, we got
maybe they're checking backpacks.
Yeah. So here's the question.
I'll give you that.
When they said they found the weapon, it was on, when the FBI showed it, it was in one piece.
Right.
So either he took the time to reassemble a broken down weapon at the drop point. Why wouldn't you leave it broken down?
Or the FBI
fucking reassemble it, and that was just tampering with evidence.
Yeah,
that was the other train of thought. Is maybe
how many crime scenes have you been on where PD's like, don't touch a fucking
don't even fart in this direction, because if you blow this casing out of the way,
one of you is going in there. Yeah, you're gonna want to make sure he's dead. Like that stuff. Like it's that
they're not going in and putting fucking casings and bullets back into each other and hey, setting up weapons.
Yeah, like, why is it in two pieces? Dude. I don't know. Put it back together.
So
you don't do that.
I looked up the type of rifle he used, and per Grok, it says for an expert, it takes about 10 to 30 seconds to break it down. for a novice, about 1 to 2 minutes to break it down, and the same for putting it back together.
Let's assume he was an expert. That's his rifle.
Sure.
He's trained on it. So
it's Grandpa's rifle.
30 seconds.
He plays with it all the time because he's
30
crazy.
seconds is a long time when you just shot Charlie Kirk and everybody's looking for you.
And you got to run and get off that roof.
And I'm fumble fucking with the screwdriver and trying not to drop the screw because my heart's racing. I just killed one of the most prolific fucking right wingers in America. Like I don't buy it, dude. I don't buy the disassemble, reassemble. I don't buy hiding it in the wood. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it.
I don't buy. You can not buy the disassembling it on the roof, but let's say he did. He was an expert at it, and Grok says you can do it in 10 seconds. He did 10.
Well, I mean, fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he practiced.
Exactly.
Right? 10 seconds.
It makes no sense to then again reassemble.
Put it back together.
So where we're at right now, let's hit the timeout button on everything that we talked about. Where we're at.
Timeout.
I'm gonna hit the timeout button.
I call times.
Take a shit.
So George Zinn stands up, says, "I did it. I did it." PD can see somebody, multiple people. It's just like the Trump deal. Multiple people saw somebody on the roof and pointed it out ahead of time.
And they're going,
yeah. So somebody saw this dude on the roof prior to the shooting. If the shooting happens, they have video footage of him running away. How the fuck do they not know that it's not George Zinn? It's the fucking guy in all black on the roof.
Well, I could see people around, and if the guy just jumps up and says, "I did it," in the heat of the moment, you're like, okay, I'll take
get that guy. Well, you're gonna get him.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this:
but did you hear why George Zinn said he did it?
No, I haven't been able to figure that out.
Let the shooter get away.
That's what I think.
That's what George Zinn said.
Oh, dog, I didn't hear that.
Which
that's
again,
crazy.
But again, crazy George.
But okay, so
but that's the perfect fucking alibi.
Dude, think about the thought process though. If George didn't know that Charlie was going to get shot, the thought process is I'm here at the Charlie Kirk thing, and in a matter of 4 seconds. Gunshot, Charlie goes down, and I have the thought, I'm going to take credit for this so that whoever did it can get away.
Okay.
I feel like that's just like,
so
how could we do that without pre-planning?
So let's staying right where we're at. Let's shift our focus and look at it from a different point of view. If this was a pre-planned job, if this was
at least a week
schmod or schmizreal, right? What better person to target and blackmail than somebody who has kiddie porn on their phone?
Yes. No, that's my thoughts exactly.
Is that not the MO that the Epstein?
Of course.
Diddy.
My thoughts
exactly. Is that not the type of person that they go to and go, hey, look, you're crazy and you're going to get in trouble for this anyway. And we have all this shit on you. But if you do something for this, crazy George, you'll be.
I'm assuming this
and then burn him when you're done with him.
I'm assuming this is on recording because that's just how this stuff works because it can be used as evidence. So any confession has to be recorded, right?
Yeah.
Any interview you have with the cop is recorded. He allegedly said that I'm turned on by, I don't even want to say it, but by children.
Yeah.
He's turned on by children. So he says that. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Well,
but the perfect person to blackmail or
crazy
person,
George.
You don't even
person to use
crazy George
because he's going to get in trouble regardless. And you can burn him, and he's not a liability anymore.
You don't even got to tell him what's happening. You just say, "Hey, man, something's going to go down. When it does, take credit for it, and we'll make sure you don't get in trouble." And then you use him as a patsy, like they always do.
Oh, sorry, dude, we tried.
Oh shit, man, we couldn't get you in time. Have fun.
And then he's like, "No, the Jews did it." And like, there goes crazy George.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the sheer 4 seconds that it took to make the decision, and then like you have to think about. If he's consciously making this decision to take credit for the shooting, for the real shooter to get away, he knows he's going to get arrested. He's going to go to jail. Like, I just feel like that is too much to process in the moment. He's had to have prior knowledge of it.
I don't know, dude.
That's a lot to just
think about conversations.
I'm going to jail.
Where you have with people. Somebody says something.
Maybe.
No, like where somebody says something and then they've got the perfect comeback like that. Like some people are just quick-witted.
I don't know, man. Yes.
I'm pretty good at that.
Fair point.
Like it doesn't.
I'm pretty good at that.
Like so, I fucking did that.
Yeah,
it's weird, dude.
Nailed it.
And then, I mean, yes, he was a political pot stirrer, from what I understood, because I guess he had some involvement in when the Boston bombing went down at the marathon. He called. I guess Utah was going to do some sort of marathon, and he sent an email saying,
"He's crazy George.
Let me know if you need help planting bombs by the finish line." He got arrested for that.
Yeah.
And then I want to say I didn't get a chance to really dive into it, but he is on video from the 9/11 attacks saying I saw the towers go down, and the second the towers went down, I knew it was Al Qaeda and we were under a terrorist attack. So it's just weird that he's involved all the time.
It almost makes it feel like he's one of those crisis actors that just happens to be at all these events.
He wasn't there at any of those. He's calling in
Correct.
these things. He wasn't there.
Right.
Yes.
And
he wasn't at 9/11. He wasn't in Boston.
A political shit stirrer would
yes
call in. So it's believable.
Think of a troll except mentally ill.
Let's just put him down. Clearly, you can't rehabilitate that.
Well, where he's going, dude, he'll be put down.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, that's the focus on.
Yeah. George is gone.
Okay.
We're
so
done.
George is.
Let's transition.
Fuck
Pun
that.
intended.
Hey-o.
So tell me why, like both of you guys, tell me why you don't think it's the guy they have. Tyler Robinson.
You want to go first? You want me to go?
You go first. I went pretty hard earlier.
Well, I will preface this with saying I have become obsessed with this. I have not stopped, probably like to detriment of my health. I've been
and your newborn child, but whatever.
Yeah, I've been looking way.
Sorry, she won't remember anything anyway.
Babe, get the baby. I'm looking shit up right now. Just get the baby.
I'm trying to pin it on the Jews.
You know, I would like to reemphasize what Steve said about just the plethora of evidence right at the beginning. And I want to say on an earlier episode, it might have been the Trump shooting, that you said the same thing. He said
orgy of evidence.
Yes. So I think too much evidence. I think the official story doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
He drove to campus and then he had a different set of clothes on, and then he changed clothes, put the gun down his pants,
but then changed back into his original clothes 33 hours later in the same.
Maybe,
I don't understand.
Maybe you research this, and I need somebody to actually put the entire timeline together with all the evidence they have.
What I have on my laptop.
Well, tell me if you have this, like, because they talk about the picture of him walking through the neighborhood with the limp.
Yep.
They talk about where he parked his car and all that shit. Okay, so you got all that? Let me see.
So but and the official timeline given from what the governor said on the first day to what the FBI released on the second day, it doesn't fucking
because it didn't make sense to me.
It doesn't.
So I want somebody to do a big fucking.
And maybe that's the problem is like we talked about. Like maybe they are not doing the whole, hey, we're keeping this quiet until we know more. We're going to keep this under wraps because we're conducting an investigation. Maybe the problem is like and I keep going back to that fucking lady who, when that dude lit himself on fire, she's like, they're shooting, there's shots. No, there's not shots. But maybe it's just people want to be so on the front edge of all the news and they want to be the first person to get it out and they don't really know what they're saying. Well, but you can't do that when you're the fucking head of the FBI.
Well, that's why we probably shouldn't have put him in charge.
Sorry, go ahead.
So the story itself is weird. I'll just say, and we can get into the timeline later. It never added up to me. I think it's weird that he spent all this effort trying to get away, and then all of a sudden his dad and the pastor and the neighbor convince him to turn himself in, but now we're hearing he's not admitting anything.
To your point, one of the messages he put in Discord was, I hope to take this secret to my grave.
Right.
So he did not want to get caught.
So why the
change? His text message to his boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The neighbor, so I don't know if you've watched, so Candace Owens has done 2 shows on this so far.
I watched the first one she did.
She's going to get shot.
I just finished the second one.
Straight up. The second one was crazier than the first, and I know that today's going to be even crazier. So go check out Candace Owens because she's on it. However, she said she's spoken to the family of the transgender
roommate,
boyfriend, whatever you want to call them.
Lover.
And all of them said, yeah, our guy's the crazy one. He's the normal one. If anybody's going to go, I feel, and then the text messages specifically between the two of them, it seemed like he was like, I'm the one who did it. I'm taking credit. You're not involved. I think at the very least, the boyfriend was involved.
So the boyfriend too has a troubled history. Mom and dad sent the boyfriend, Twigs, last name's Twigs or whatever it is, Twink, something, to live with family members his junior year of high school because he was such a troubled kid, getting drunk, drugs. They couldn't keep him under wraps. And then even after that, like his family, like maybe a year or two later, the family members that he got sent to live with were like, we can't fucking handle this kid. Like he's out there. Like
trouble kid.
He is super troubled. Apparently wanted his mom and dad to meet Tyler because they had been dating for a year, or Tyler wanted it, but he wouldn't let. Like this, from all accounts of this kid's family, the roommate who's supposed to be helping, right? Helping the investigation and being forthcoming with all that. Like he's the fucked up one, and Tyler was supposed to be like the good kid.
Something that Candace brought up yesterday.
That's from the roommate's family
was that,
reaching out to her, mom and dad.
Publicly, we don't know jack shit about the roommate either, which is weird. We don't know anything.
We will.
I hope so.
We absolutely will.
One thing I'd like to throw out, Steve, and then I want to I'll probably interject because I'm not good on the spot. Like
I'm telling you, there's people out there that are absolute wizards of finding out who you are and what you're about.
I think a huge campaign, let's say, I think it's absolutely, you cannot deny that there is a chance that it is exactly what they're saying and they fucked up the evidence.
Of course.
Absolutely. You have to say that's a possibility. But if it's not, I think part of the strategy, if this is some orchestrated killing, I think part of it is flood the public with so much information, some of it real, some of it not real, that at the end of the day, most people go, fuck, I mean, he's dead. I got to go to work in the morning. And then we move on, because that's what happened with the Trump shooting. That's what happened with the church shooting.
But they talk about now, in this day and age where psychological warfare has gotten to, that's what it is.
Yes.
Is they inundate you with facts.
There's so
right,
much.
wrong, all of it. They overwhelm you with data to where at the point
Right.
you're like, fuck, man, just let me know when it's over. Just tell me what it is.
They
And
give
at the end, they go, okay, here's the narrative. And you go, cool.
They give you 500 puzzle pieces to a puzzle that takes 100 pieces.
And then
it's
at
your
the end,
job to
they go, okay, we found which 100 is.
You know what I mean?
Trust me, bro.
I think that's a huge part of it.
Just trust me.
And to round it out, I know we're going to get into it, but I think it's worth talking about that since about the end of May, Charlie started losing donors. Charlie started speaking out against certain things that a certain country was doing, and not in any like direct way. He's had contact with the prime minister of the country who went on Fox News immediately after he was shot and used it as he literally went on TV and said, yeah, we didn't do this.
I think
he got questioned. Some people are saying that it was Israel. What are your thoughts of that? And he took it straight from there to the Holocaust.
Greta Van Susteren. Greta Van Susteren on Newsmax asked him, like, a lot of people down here are talking.
Yeah. They don't think you have the balls.
So they asked him about it. And it is like, to me, I got an article we'll talk about Candace, since you brought it up and her whole deal. But I think he is using this as an opportunity to just jump in and say, oh, yeah, this is a tragic death. Charlie, my boy, my best friend, Israel's greatest ally.
Absolutely.
He was murdered by the fucking liberals. And in that same thing, I think it was on Newsmax, he conflated leftist liberals and radical Islamists. They're the same.
They're the same. And we have to,
So at the very least.
And they've been killing our people, slaughtering our people.
And Charlie Kirk, our greatest ally, they got
worst genocide in history.
So at the very
Charlie Kirk.
It's an inappropriate opportunity.
Absolutely.
At the very least. But I think it's more than that.
So
I think he's trying to CYA. You know what I mean?
I don't see that. So there's the article that came out from Max Blumenthal of the Gray Zone. And basically here, just kind of a summary. So Charlie Kirk was the slain conservative founding turnip, reportedly rejected an offer of financial backing from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu earlier this year. Yeah. According to a close friend, so now you have to take this article for what it's worth.
Correct.
Because we're talking about single source intel from somebody
unnamed.
who wants to remain anonymous.
Not the same thing.
So yeah, close friend quoted by the Gray Zone. Kirk's later career shift towards being critical of Israel and questioning its influence on U.S. politics.
Yes.
So, and there's many instances you can look, and I would encourage everybody to read it, Gray Zone, Max Blumenthal. But you can see there was a really good interview he had with Patrick Bet-David maybe a year ago. They were talking about
Max Blumenthal?
No, Charlie Kirk.
Oh, Charlie Kirk. Okay.
So, make no mistake about it. Charlie Kirk was an ally of Israel.
100%.
He was.
100%.
Self-proclaimed over and over and over again.
But just like this article said, he was starting to get a little uncomfortable with the influence they have on U.S. politics.
Yes.
Yeah. It wasn't even about Gaza, I don't think. I think it was more of a, well, why can't we boycott you?
There's a lot of things like that. Yes. So
I think his direct question was, why is it labeled anti-Semitic if we say we don't like your politics? We don't want you to
48 hours before he was shot, he had Ben Shapiro on his show.
Yes.
And he said, the media lies all the time, right? And Ben's like, yeah. And then he said, well, then why do we have to believe the media?
Did you see the look on Ben Shapiro's face when he said that? He's like,
yes. And guess who?
That was the look.
Less than 24 hours after he was shot, guess who said he's taking
I'm going to carry the torch.
I'm going to pick up that bloody microphone.
You're an asset without telling me you're an asset, bro. Because think about it. I think we were on the phone when I told you this. Charlie Kirk represented not only conversation and discourse between two opposing sides, but he also represented access to the most recently legal voting people in the entire United States, the youngest voting generation
at universities.
And the only difference between him and Ben Shapiro was their stance on Israel as of recently. And they killed Charlie and they replaced him with Ben Shapiro.
Well, they're trying. They haven't.
That's what I'm saying,
and
though.
What's funny is Candace.
Crazy.
So Candace has said, like, I know who you are who's trying to take Charlie's
She's pissed, bro.
I imagine she's talking to Ben Shapiro.
I think so.
But she says,
well, she doesn't like Ben
She
Shapiro.
said, I know who you are who's trying to pick up the mantle and run with it, and know that it is not your mantle to run with.
That's right.
I will stop it. I know who you are. Everybody will know. Everybody will see the text messages. Like, just don't.
Not to mention the meeting that she was talking about.
The photos.
This don't need to pull my laptop, but this is Megyn killing Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
I said a couple of things, both of which got a fair amount of pickup. All right. So first, this is what I said about the photos. Listen to SOT 10. Well, I'm always reluctant to put too much stock in the images coming out of Gaza, that phrase, because they're manipulated and they're masters of propaganda.
Oh, that's the one where she says they're not real.
Put them on camera and show them off to the world.
Damn, it's not the right one.
But I know what you're talking about.
So I'm very
skeptical of taking those
images at face value and saying it's Israel's fault.
Angry news mommy.
Well, so
okay, hold on. Watch this.
That clip gets circulated
with you on that
a million times by my Israeli friends and my Jewish friends online. Like, go Megan. Yeah. Okay, great. Cool. Yeah, she's right on. Look at her, speak truth to Piers. And then Piers released as a separate clip my follow-up to that comment. Okay. And here's that.
You're not allowed
this isn't the one that I'm thinking.
On 9/11, support everything, or you're against us.
This is. Okay, hold on. Let me rewind just a bit. Because
and again, I don't want
36%. Now it's at 8%. Independence, October 2023, it was 47%. Now
talking about
it's
support 25%. For Israel, young Republicans.
You go
low single digits for now.
Almost zero support across the United States, your closest ally. I see what's happening, and it's my job to comment honestly on it. But totally. I am sick of being lectured on like you have to see it exactly as we see it and support everything, or you're against us.
So this is so important, Megan. And again, I don't want you cannot say everyone in the pro-Israel, and I don't say it, acts that way. But I got texts about you, Megan, saying, why is Megan like doing the bidding of Hamas? I was like, what are you talking about? Megan's the best. Like what? Like, she's amazing. And I said, why are you texting me about Megan? And I at that point, and so this is what they don't understand. You and I, Megan, and Tucker is in the same category, and they've tried to go after Tucker.
Yeah.
Is that and the more you attack our moral character, the more we're going to double down in a direction, because 100%. Screw you, I don't do it that way, okay?
Right.
Like tell me I'm wrong. Cool. Tell me if I've got my facts wrong. By the way, on the Epstein thing, Naftali Bennett says he wasn't an Epstein agent. We have to be pursuers of truth. They've denied it. Fine. Let's keep digging. Okay, fine. But the thing that I think is being lost is like, on some part of the population, you can scold them into silence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I have any deviation of a purity test, any deviation whatsoever, such as hosting a focus group, right, Megan? With a bunch of our students that went viral, having Dave Smith or Tucker at my event, it is all of a sudden, Charlie is he's no longer with us and all that. I said, wait a second, what do you mean? What does with us mean exactly? Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm an American, okay? Like, I represent this country.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't even understand that paradigm. But Megan, I think you would agree with this. I want to make sure we really zero in on this. Personality types like you, myself, and Tucker, the more that you guys privately and publicly call our character into question, which is not isolated, right? Megan, it would be one thing if it was one text or two text. It is dozens of texts.
Who's texting
him?
Then we start to say, hold the boat here. And to be fair, some of my really good Jewish friends are like,
tonight, the White House.
But these are leaders too, though, right? These are stakeholders, right? And so, look,
this.
So he comes, or she, Candace talks about this, and he had talked about it. So 2 days before I think any of this had happened, they were at a Turning Point convention, or this was the one that was in the Hamptons. I'm not sure the timeline of the Hamptons.
A day before that interview.
Yeah, a day before that interview.
Yeah.
So
Bill Ackman.
Yep. So that wasn't even publicized, but he was being offered money and being texted by Israel supporters saying, hey, this is like your last chance. Hey, you need to stop promoting this agenda, or we're going to pull funding, or we're not going to give you funding, or here, take this funding and be in support of. That was who all the text messages were coming from.
Yeah. But I mean, there's lots of people that are very public, very prominent, who are against Israel. They don't get killed.
Right.
I think this isn't a side issue from that.
There's a lot of people who don't have access to the youngest generation of voters in the United States.
But I would ask you, who?
What do you mean?
Who in the public is super anti-Israel that has lots of support?
Candace.
Dude,
but
there's one.
That's one.
But
Megyn Kelly started to share the same opinions.
Just recently.
You're just talking about
just recently.
And you're talking about conservatives. As far as Democrats go, liberals, fucking none of them support Israel right now. None. So I think pick any right wing.
Because I've thought about this. I don't think it was Charlie. It could have been Charlie on purpose, or it could have been Charlie is just
available and easy to get to.
Most easy, accessible.
Because he's always out in the open.
We just need to kill a conservative. That's an opportunity.
The easiest way for them to do it is like they do with everything. Run your misinformation campaign, take the money away from him. All of a sudden, he's an anti-Semite. He's this, he's that, he's the other things.
And cancel.
And cancel him like they do with everybody. That's the easy part to do.
Turning Point was too big. I think it was too big at that point to label him that way. You know, I feel because especially because he's been such a strong Israel supporter for so long. It's not like he's really said anything.
I mean, again, very popular. Had the voice of the ear of a lot of young people. Let's not pretend he is the second coming of Jesus Christ and everybody in the world is marching to his beat.
Right.
I mean, he is not so important that we have to assassinate him. This kid,
but I feel like he is different. His reach was different. It wasn't just MAGA. It wasn't just conservatives. Yeah. He had a religious justification and truth and following that was far more widespread than just the Turning Point stuff. And I think that if he were to be seen as a threat to anybody because he changed his stance, it's because his reach was a lot bigger than just. But Megyn Kelly is not appealing to every Christian conservative.
And let's follow that train of thought. Let's say he has the voice of the ear of everybody, and they're going to do everything he says. He is the Pied Piper to young America. Let's say that.
Sure.
He was not against Israel. Even in that interview there, he's like, Megyn, I want to make this very clear again for the 5th time. I want Israel to win.
But he was starting, but that wasn't the end. There was more to that. It was, however,
but
we should be able to question them. The genocide, I do want them to win. I'm not in support of Hamas, but I'm not for genocide.
But let's not pretend that he turned against Israel.
No.
I didn't
say he turned against him, but his sentiments were very different in the last couple weeks, maybe month.
I would say
compared to what he has been for the last 2 years.
Yeah, and
he was starting to come to the realization of, hey, everything that they're saying is happening isn't necessarily true, and the way they're going about it is not necessarily fact, but we're being told it's this, and you can't question it, or you're an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
He was starting to be the one to say, hey, I've noticed this as well.
But again, he was saying those things, having a little bit of a dissenting voice. Not enough for like, hey, this guy's off the rails, we got to kill him.
True.
Like,
I would agree with you. I don't think it was at the point where they need to go, that's it.
Yeah. Like he was still very much an ally. He was about to do a freaking debate with Hassan Piker all about Gaza. Like he is very, very.
Well, he was getting in trouble for letting those voices onto his platform in the first place. He was getting.
No, this wasn't an interview. He was going to do debate. Right. Hassan Piker is very radical left, and he's going to debate him.
But if he's, and that's only been the last couple of weeks, but how long has he not been accepting the funds? How long has he been saying, hey, I don't want to be I don't want to be bought off and paid for by Israel? Like that may be longer and out of the public eye and in private text and in private emails that we don't know about.
That's still a large stretch to I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. That's a farther stretch than some 20-something-year-old kid just said, hey, I'm going to put it on Discord and I'm going to grab my grandpa's rifle and I'm going to disassemble it, assemble it, jump off the roof. I'm going to be 200 yards away on foot, but nobody's going to fucking catch me because some random dude. Like, no, that's more plausible.
Those are two different because you're saying that you have to buy the official story, lock, stock, and barrel, or it's Israel, because that's not the case. Like Israel could.
Well, I'm just saying because you said you were more inclined to believe what the FBI is saying than it was Israel.
No, I'm more inclined to say that this kid did it. So maybe I phrase my thing. I think more this kid did it. I think the FBI has done a clusterfuck of this. So I don't believe what the FBI is saying, but I believe he did it.
Do you think he acted alone?
That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think we will know more. Like I wasn't aware of like the family information about the boyfriend or whatever you want to call it. So I think more information about that will come out. But like what they've dug into, so they were saying is like he was radicalized on Discord. From everything they've found so far on these Discord servers, it was very benign and like he never talked about politics. Like they found some stuff talking about the election, but that was it. And
the boyfriend was the big political speaker guy.
Yeah. So maybe let's say, I mean, again, the kid did confess, like he hasn't confessed to police yet, but he's confessed to his buddies and the text message girlfriend. That could entirely turn out to be like, I'm running cover for my trans lover.
Yeah.
That could entirely be the case. But as of right now, I just think there is a decent amount of evidence pointing to him. Now he could be running cover. I'm open to that. Totally. Sure. Yeah. But like I said, the jumping off the building, the disassembly, the reassembly, like none of that makes sense.
No.
Yeah. So,
and I think that's the issue for me is like, look at the Trump assassination attempt, which there's a bunch of things about that. Like it just, and I'm not saying they're the same, but I'm just saying two situations, two events that are very similar in nature. You got the Trump one, there was multiple rounds fired. This one, a single round. This one feels maybe more like a lone gunman setup, possible. But again, like logistically, you're telling me he just started plotting it a week out? You don't think
you could have plotted that in a week? I think I could have plotted that tomorrow. Like if I needed to do that, I think I could do it tomorrow.
You think so?
What did he do that was so like, again, he's not Jason Bourne. Like that wasn't the most well thought out plan.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason
but he was able to, I mean, he was Jason Bourne-esque enough to disassemble, like you said, let's pretend he's Jason Bourne. He can disassemble that rifle in 30 seconds and put it back in 30 seconds. He can jump off a roof and fucking evade police, which is what he did.
According to his friend from longtime friend from middle school, like he was a hunter. He was into guns. Like,
sure.
Outdoorsman. So yeah, dude, I don't think that was like the world's greatest assassination plot. I really don't.
I mean, turned out pretty good.
Can we,
I mean, for him,
for the execution was great, but I mean, that's a shot. And I will go on record saying that he missed that shot.
I think he was aiming for the head.
Head or your chest. You don't aim for a freaking neck.
No, that
was a miss.
Can we talk
on his part? That's luck.
Let's talk about ballistics.
Well, hold on. What direction do you want to go next?
Because ballistic is crazy about that one.
So I've heard some of the ballistics, the shot. So like guys have said, hey, it had to have come from X amount of yards away based on this. They've done all the sound and shit like that.
Sure.
And that matches up with where they say he shot from on the roof, roughly within a couple yards.
Sure.
So, but then you get into other stuff like, hey, what caliber was, like when you're basing these ballistics, what are you basing it on? The caliber, the freaking grain size, like there's a lot of different things.
So yeah, I saw a guy too that came out and said if it's a 30-aught, whatever the bullet was or the rifle was, and depending on the grain and the load, depending on what it was, it should have traveled this. And then he came back and said, hey, I'm going to fix it because apparently this ammo package can be this weight, it can be this weight, it can be loaded this way. Yeah. And the ballistics are very different depending on exactly what was used.
Yeah. So one thing that could solve a lot of this, and somebody pointed this out, and it's yet to be released, is apparently there was a camera running behind Charlie.
In the middle.
Yeah.
There was one in front.
Yeah, the front, like whatever. This. I mean, that's not going to show you the shooter. But the one from behind, you should get a pretty clear view.
Video of Charlie's crew breaking down the cameras as Charlie is being rushed off. So where's that video? Yeah. And two, this is an active crime scene.
Exactly.
Don't fucking touch anything.
They haven't recovered the bullet yet.
That's another interesting thing because the bullet better match the fucking gun. Because what if it doesn't match that rifle?
At this point, it's going to match.
Yeah, it's going to match no matter what at this point.
Absolutely.
Make no mistake, that bullet will match. They already said they have DNA from him. Like,
what about the weird the three guys on stage with him who were doing? I mean,
that's nothing to me.
You don't think so? Because I think maybe there's one guy who did this. There's another guy who did something with his sleeve.
What about the guy with the thing under his
that one
under his arm, and then the thing goes, the shot goes off, and then he takes it and puts it in his pocket.
One of those three people, one of the three people, I can't tell you which one. One of those three people has been like with Charlie Kirk forever, and then again, everybody that's right there.
This guy that's also Bibi Netanyahu's security profile detail.
Up, really? What?
Yeah, the guy in the white hair. Yes.
No.
This guy. Yes, that's the guy that had his hand under his arm that was doing the fucking thing.
What the fuck?
So anyway, let's continue what I was saying.
Who is that guy?
The video of that. But one of the guys has been with Charlie Kirk forever.
Yeah,
like he's
the guy that was directly behind him that did the arm swipe.
Yeah. And you got to think anybody in his inner circle right there. It's not just some random, unless they're like, "Hey, where's Steve today?" Steve had to go home sick.
Yeah.
I'm covering for Steve today.
He got the when Trump got assassinated, he got the National Guard FBI group that just came in for that day that had 8 hours of on.
He got Paul Blart.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is like, I think I mentioned this to you before, Steve, like I don't need the fucking steal second sign. Charlie Kirk is a relatively stationary target sitting in a chair and a kid's in a fixed elevated position from a known distance away. Like,
but do you think it's weird that the motions that they made line up with that sniper chart that they showed online, whatever it was, where this is the signal for sniper, this is the signal for...
This is also a sign for like, let me adjust my hat or steal second.
Okay, if you're at a baseball game. But if you're at some place where somebody just got shot and you're making those signals, it would make sense to say, well, that's a fucking...
This is one of those things where people want to see patterns and everything. You're going to find it's like, hey, why did that lady just scratch her ass at the exact moment? Why?
Because it was itchy.
Give me a reason. Like, I haven't found this yet. I haven't done a ton of looking. Give me a reasonable...
I'll tell you why.
No, give me a reasonable... reason why he would need the go sign to shoot.
Because it was if it was an orchestrated hit, there would be a controlled pattern to how it goes down.
Or we've talked about how just put a million little pieces of information out there. What if it didn't mean anything, but they were like, hey, we're going to put a couple guys on stage. We're going to have them do some weird hand gestures, and you watch. And it did. The internet exploded. And now everybody's looking at these three guys.
That's part of the misinformation campaign, because maybe the shot came from somewhere else.
That was from immediately just people online. Like, look at this guy. He touched his hat.
It worked.
Well, people noticed that guy had something underneath his arm the whole time. And after the shot went off, he wasn't startled.
Oh, sorry.
He wasn't startled. He didn't panic. He just moved to the side and put it in his pocket and turned back and looked.
According to somebody that like knows his deal, like he has former special forces guys working for him.
Sure.
Entirely possible. Somebody had a gun, like just sitting right here.
He's got Bibi Netanyahu's security detail. That was the guy with the gray hair.
Show it in the video. Don't show me a picture.
I have
two different things.
Never seen that before. And that's crazy, Steve. If you send that to me, I can pull it up on this. That's fucking wild.
Pull the actual video, not just a picture of him with Netanyahu and then a close up of the dude's face. Show me him at the rally.
This is him at the rally. That's the guy that has.
Show me the video. Let me see. Is what I'm saying.
Of him at the rally.
This is the picture. This isn't. This is still because my phone keeps turning off, so I had to take a picture.
Find it.
And nobody's assassinating like this.
You're not an assassin,
the
bro.
JFK fucking turnaround shoot guy.
I don't believe.
I'm just saying,
all day.
But you can't say. So here's.
Hold on. I do this. Like, how easy is it for me just to kill some random? Fuck.
Well, I'm not saying again.
Dude,
I thought about he did it. I'm just saying it was weird.
I thought about that. I thought about that because that was my first thought. How did he make that shot at a 90-degree angle?
Without looking?
I figured it out. I thought about it. This is because I'm crazy, and I'm crazy. He had sunglasses on, right? So who's to say that the optics here were not
maybe the Google glasses,
it's the fucking
meta
CIA,
glasses?
bro. They got all sorts of crazy shit.
He's looking at what he's aiming at in his glasses.
Yes.
Dude.
So I thought about that.
So now you're talking all this tech.
Come on, not as dumb as I look, huh?
That sounds insane. It's fucked.
He got a VR headset. Don't tell me that's impossible. You got a VR headset.
Listen, all this to kill Charlie Kirk.
Yes.
Not a president, not anything like that.
They tried to kill Trump. They missed.
It's a $200 Google Glass. What do you mean all this?
No, I'm talking about the setup, the signals, the guy doing give me a fucking break. What's easier to do? Put a kid on a roof from a couple hundred yards away or get a guy 10 feet from him, do the Google Glass, shoot through the fuck. Give me a break.
Do it all at the same time so nobody knows where it's coming from.
There was one shot.
Right.
So who shot him?
Who knows?
The guy standing to his side.
You guys have been online too much.
So
absolutely.
they do show down the slow down
version
of him being shot.
It's this guy right here.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
That's him in the video. He's right there. So they do show him being shot. And it's funny because some of the early on ballistics people, again, these are not ballistics experts. These are people in the military who have worked in ballistics and that type of stuff. The way his body moves from the force of the shot does not coincide with the angle they're selling you that he was shot from. Well, now, could that change? Could it be different? Do we always know? Well, of course not. There's always variables. But a lot of people have seen that and they show him. I mean, if you get hit, boom, this way. If I get hit in the back, I'm not doing this and then coming back the other way. The force of the, everything would throw you the direction you're hit from.
I've heard that the neck is an exit wound. I've heard people saying the neck is more of an exit.
And that theory makes more sense to me watching the vids. Well, it looks like you get hit here, even in the chest where that black mark was on his shirt.
The black mark's a microphone.
And then it exited his neck. That's what it looked like.
I have seen as well. Again, it's so, we've talked about it a million times on the show with AI. It's so hard to even see what's real anymore. But I also have seen a clip of right before impact. There's something, if you freeze
it's like the bullet is what they say.
They're saying it's the bullet. It's
could
something
be a fly
here. It could be a bug. It could be a fly. It could be a lens flare. I don't know.
Hummingbird.
But it's right there. And then it's nothing. The next frame, it's here. The next frame, Charlie's dead.
Yeah.
It is oddly coincidental.
Yeah.
Coincident. You know what I mean?
You would have to find out what kind of camera that is because that would be insane to catch it frame by frame by frame. Lucky enough to catch it in one.
They caught the Trump bullet in the picture, didn't they?
Like I said, you would have to find out what kind of camera.
But not impossible.
Because that's studio quality. You can catch it in, I think, at least 120 frames per second.
Do you guys remember what type of bullet it was that shot Trump?
It was from an AR, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be 556 or 223.
I think they were talking about the ballistics of that. He should have had a chunk of ear missing, but his ear is pristine.
Yeah, that's weird too. Now I don't think that he actually got shot either, to be honest with you.
His ear looks remarkable.
Hey, while we're on Trump real quick, can we pivot for 30 seconds? We all saw this, right?
Yeah.
Are united in shock and horror.
Horror.
Charlie was a patriot.
So I watched this whole thing.
Yeah, his hand jumps.
I'll mute it so we don't got to keep listening to him. But
show no more.
At
AI.
At the 20-second mark, look at his hands. Play. About 20 seconds in, he does like a readjustment with his hands. And I thought that was weird. But also looking at the whole video, it just looked weird, right? So what I did was I downloaded it and here,
frame by frame.
And I zoomed in. So here's
goes the old
zoom.
Yeah.
Here's regular speed. Okay. We'll just play that a couple times. It's regular speed. But then I zoomed it, I slowed it down frame by frame. Keep an eye on his pinky. It like disappears / morphs up a little bit.
Johnny's going to tell you that based on the camera he has and the speed of the lens, and the speed, it'll blur.
It's weird.
I think I told you the same thing. Well, when I watched it on my phone, I told you like there's a thing. It can glitch depending. But when you watch it on a bigger screen, which I did, it disappears.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a glitch where it blurs. It disappears because you can clearly see his hand not blurred.
Right.
And the pinky's gone.
Not to mention the entire fucking video just looks polished.
I didn't even watch the video. The second you sent it, I'm like, that's AI.
Yeah.
I remember watching this and I was at work. I was with Ruben and I was like, Ruben, look at this. Tell me what you think. And his first thought was, dude, that's not a real video. That's AI video.
Yeah, look, it just looks fake. Something about it is just off.
His shoulders don't move the entire time.
I was trying to think, why would he? Because Trump is always like this.
Yeah.
Oh, true, huh?
But I'm like, why would he sit like that with his hands? And then I'm like, well, he was trying to cover up that big giant bruise he's had for a while from shaking hands. His hand apparently just bruises.
Well, when you get older, you get those skin tears.
But do you remember the disgusting makeup he had on there trying to cover the bruise? So I'm like, okay, maybe he's doing that number, trying to do this.
But
everybody knows it's there. So why?
Well, he's a vain man. But his like when he's sitting there like this, like nothing in here moves.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So, but like, and clearly just looking at it, I've seen enough what I think we refer to now as AI slop on the internet. Like I can kind of tell the difference and look. So like my question is, okay.
Everything about that looked AI.
Okay. So that's the point on our side, right? So if the president of the United States releases an AI video talking about the shooting, why am I supposed to believe that everything the government is telling me is the official story is true?
Well, you absolutely should.
Because it's weird.
You absolutely should. So that video.
It's like Building 7 of 9/11. Like if Building 7's weird, then the whole event is kind of weird. But we can get into that later.
I think with the Trump thing, we've seen the videos with AI where they have the capability right now where I could be speaking and there's like a total avatar of my face over here who mimics everything I'm saying.
Yes.
So that could totally be his voice in the moment.
And he's just there, but it's just like,
And
absolutely.
then, which begs the question, why do it? Other than like, hey, get used to seeing this.
Not to mention.
Because if you get used to seeing this and you just think it's me, now this is me all the time and you're used to seeing me like this. So I can say and do anything.
Yes.
I could be in two places at the same time. Or you can have me say or support or do anything because just AI Trump can be anywhere and be anything all at once.
Other small weird shit that happened, just things I'm going to throw out here and we can dump them or hang on them for a bit. There was a book that was on Amazon, clearly written by AI about the death of Charlie Kirk, published.
When was the last time that happened? Was that the Trump assassination?
No, it was the Hawaii fires because I bought the book. Remember, I was like, dude, I'm going to buy it.
Got the book.
Yeah.
Or leave Tay back.
But there was a book on Amazon.
Published the day before.
Well, and that's the thing. So Amazon officially is saying it's a coding error. We didn't mean to say that. But like,
well, of course it is.
How are we ever going to know? Because nobody's going to get on Amazon the day before Charlie Kirk is shot and Google books and look for books about the day that Charlie Kirk was shot.
What
right?
somebody did find was Charlie Kirk dead at 31 on SoundCloud. Did you see that one?
Yeah. And then, well, that was the second person of interest that they went and looked for. And they found out, they decided it wasn't him. But I think he looked the most like the person from the photos.
Me too. Let me pull it up
did.
because I have it.
100%. I think he looked more than this Tyler Robinson guy. Doesn't look like the guy from the video.
And what's up with that song? What's up with that? Did anybody listen to the lyrics?
No.
They probably pulled it down immediately.
Yeah, it's probably gone. I saw the title of it, like that it was up, but it was gone. But that's why he was a person of interest. Is somebody pointed out that he had that song on his SoundCloud and then it was removed.
Yeah. Well, so let me say something in that vein. There were, and I can't verify if they're real because all these things have been pulled down. There's many, many people, Discord, Twitter, something big happening tomorrow. Stay tuned. You'll know when you see it on the news.
Right.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
And what percentage of shit out there just says that on a daily basis?
Sure. Just so they can be the one who
just
told you.
Yeah.
Can we get real crazy?
Hey, wait, real quick before you go. Did you guys see, so along the conspiracy side of this, now I don't believe in this. Okay. I believe Charlie Kirk's dead and he's alive somewhere.
Oh,
but
that's the craziest shit.
Did you see when they show him right before he gets shot, he's talking and his microphone, his wedding ring's on his ring finger.
Yes.
And his hands go down and it comes back up and it's on his pinky.
Apparently he does that a lot.
So
he does. But in the video that they sent as the official, like this is it, his hand goes down and then he drops it as he gets shot and he comes back up. So it's not in the middle of him playing with it. He gets shot, comes down, and as it comes back up, it's on a different finger. And so people noticed that right away and said, this is fake. What he does do is take off his ring and play with it, and he does put it on different fingers. But that made me think that not that it was a fake video, just that it was spliced together in different times to show, and we talked about this.
Wait a minute.
Maybe they cut out a little bit.
Are you going to sit here and tell me that the FBI would not give you the raw and cut video?
Correct.
Is that what you're fucking telling me?
Correct. That what they released as the official.
That's the craziest thing you've seen all day.
That it was maybe to speed up the events, maybe to cut down on time that they're airing it on the news or whatever.
But why would you splice together a millisecond?
I don't know.
Because I know the video you're talking about. I didn't dig too much into it.
It's very weird.
Because my thing is like, he's obviously dead.
Sure. I'm not saying he's not, but it's just weird. And then so that makes me ask the other question again is, did the bullet come from a different trajectory? Was there an entry and exit wound that maybe it's too minute to tell because the blood gushing out of his neck distracts you from everything else? Like, I don't know.
So the only thing that I can't think of a plausible reason for, like the black thing on his shirt, that's a microphone. Like those microphones that Junior has.
Mics.
It's a lav mic with a magnet. That's kind of a known thing, and apparently he wears those.
Yeah.
So that's not weird to me at all.
The letter on his shirt disappears. Did you see that one? So it says freedom.
Yeah,
he's sitting there, and then the black F disappears.
Yeah.
And then he moves, and then it's gone completely. And you can see around, it's not folded, it's not, and then he turns again and it comes back. And so it's right around the time that the ring on the finger changes too. So it looks like a definitive, to me, it looks like a video edit where somebody cut and put two things closer together.
So they've done some stuff talking about the possibility of body armor. So there's images of him earlier in the day where you can see his nipples plain as day.
Right.
No fucking plates on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He had a little THL going on.
Yeah.
Plain as day, no body armor. But there is, when he gets shot and goes back, you can see it almost like
he's got something on.
The way his shirt moves, it's like there's something there.
Yeah.
Like,
because there's the theory too that it hit here and ricocheted up.
Yeah. Which maybe.
I mean, but nobody's come out and said he was wearing.
Right. You think all the people close to him would say yes or no? He had
body armor. Yeah.
Here's the guy, kind of what you were. So here's the guy that we were talking about.
Yeah. This is the second suspect.
His name, I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure he was identified as a Sky Valdez.
Yeah. And he's trans, right?
Well, this is apparently him in this photo.
Yeah.
And he had the SoundCloud account that put out Charlie Kirk dead at 31. I guess he had another song called Charlie Kirk's Death Isn't Enough for Me. And then here's the images of the shooter that they released. And so people were saying that this guy
looks just like it.
Looks a lot more like this guy.
That dude's face looks more slender, actually.
But not than this guy, not than Ryan, or what's his name? Robinson.
Like Tyler Robinson, the guy that did it, looks like who?
You're saying that guy looks like the guy in the picture.
They're saying that there's a lot of people that say that.
I think this guy looks more like it.
You think that guy right there looks more like this guy?
Show him the transgender picture of him.
Yeah.
This one.
That jawline, that slender face looks more like that dude in the picture than Tyler Robinson. To me.
I'd have to see a side by side of both. Yeah, going back and forth, it gets a little.
Here's another question, right? They show these pictures. They show that allegedly he has a rifle in his go back. Allegedly he has a rifle in his pocket. Other one.
Oh yeah.
And that one, and both legs are that.
So look, here's your
slightly bent.
Here's a bend of that knee right there. So that's the left knee. And then I can't find.
So he's not going to have a full rifle, right? It'll be a disassembled one?
I don't know. They were saying that
There's no way you put that rifle with the
But they were saying on the one video that he's walking with a limp because the rifle's down his pant leg. So you're telling me he has the full rifle unbroken down in his pant leg?
No way.
Hey,
there's no way.
You want to know why I really think Israel did it? The shape of the amphitheater, though, dude.
Oh, God.
A menorah.
What are the fucking odds? That's from Google Earth.
Or, home plate at a baseball stadium.
Nah, dude, there's the perfect amount of
or a steeple
lines.
Church.
It's pretty perfect though, dude. And what do all the conspiracy theorists say all the time? They put it right in front of your face. That's like the trope, right?
That's like the most retarded, like, hey, I know we got to kill him, but we got to do it in an amphitheater. It looks exactly like him.
But you can only see it from Google Earth.
Right.
You can't see it plain as day while you're there.
Hey, I'm sending you guys what I have been coming across.
I'm not saying you're wrong or I don't believe it. I'm just
asserting that that's what happened.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not a thing. I'm just going to say that.
Could be.
We have to do it in a menorah-shaped amphitheater. Like, I don't know what else to tell you guys.
Wouldn't that be nuts?
It has to be done.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
But
I will say
we need to kill him. Today is our opportunity. Does it look like a menorah or not? It does. Okay, green light.
Yeah.
I will say the guy with the megaphone, Sky Valdez, I did watch that video and he was like pretty angry and pretty violent in that video.
I remember that one, yeah.
I did watch that full video.
I don't know why this guy be like, what if that was their salute? See you later, bro. Right off the hat.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I don't know, man. This whole thing.
That's just the way they greet each other.
This whole thing reads weird, dude.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. See, I think Steve hit the nail right on the head when he said, how many times are we going to let this happen before we start going, okay, can we at least agree between the three of us that like we don't have the full story yet?
Oh,
for sure.
Okay. And my fear is it's going to be just like the Epstein files that we're all going to know. They're going to be super transparent and we're never going to know.
Speaking of the Epstein files.
Speaking of the Epstein files.
Did you know?
On the same day. Go ahead, John.
They voted to not release the Epstein files.
51-49 on the day that Charlie was shot.
How did they release them?
No, we have more. You mean the files we don't have?
Wait. I thought we already released them.
No, we don't have files to release.
Let me catch you up, Steve.
Wait, there weren't files.
There are no files.
Hold on. So there's files.
They voted to not release the tens of thousands of files that we don't have.
Them before news outlets.
That was phase one.
There's nothing in there. We got to digitize it. Here's phase two.
It's
the reel's coming out.
It's so gross. You can't see. Trust me, it's on my desk.
And what's her name argued because
it's
they
on
didn't release
her desk, Steve.
Guys,
she'll release
then they came out and said there is no
Well,
files.
yeah, there were never any
was
files.
Created by the left.
The only Republicans that voted to release it were Rand Paul and Josh Hawley.
Let's go, boys.
51-49 vote to not release them. And it was
so they do exist.
No.
And we're not releasing them. Okay.
Also, yes.
Got it.
They were saying that this some of the Republicans are saying this is political theater, like drummed up by the Democrats. Like, is it political theater or are we asking for accountability?
Hold on. So you're telling me the guy in office right now ran on political theater to get elected?
No, he ran on transparent. This is the most transparent administration in the history of the United States. There are no files and we refuse to release them.
I take it. You're right. It is the most transparent. Dude, what was I thinking? It's the most transparent.
The most.
Are we saying transparency?
Yep.
I think
like plane fares.
Are you saying transparent?
Transparent.
I think I can help you with that. Very transparent,
lady.
Us.
The most transparent administration in history.
Like
Where's mud?
Like the Bruce Jenner. He's a transparent.
You're apparently transgender.
You can tell he's a dad now.
Because he has kids. And he cut his dick off. He's a transparent.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's pretty good, right?
I'll give you that one. Not bad.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
So Adam and I were talking, and just to kind of close all this up. Do you have more? Sorry, I don't want to close.
Do I have
you
more?
have tons more. I know. I don't want to.
I don't even know where to start and end with this. I mean.
What else? What else?
There are like.
Oh, I got some crazy shit.
The thing I think.
Is this topic?
Yeah.
Whether we get the whole truth, we don't, which we probably won't. I think the biggest thing that's going to come out of this is the fallout. What happens?
Yeah, let's address that. More importantly than anything else, like who did it is it's done.
Well, let's
now
start,
what?
Let's start with our Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Oh yeah, Miss Queen
who was
hate
on
speech
Stephen Miller's fucking wife's
kid.
podcast, which she has a podcast now, so she could be a mouthpiece.
Everybody's got a podcast now.
Test stuff for Stephen Miller. So Pam Bondi has drawn bipartisan criticism after indicating that the Department of Justice will pursue legal action against people who engage in what she calls hate speech.
Oh, so it's up to her? She's the decider now?
Yeah, who decides, Steve?
You can't say hateful things.
Pam Bondi says there's free speech and then there's hate speech. We will absolutely target you, go after you, and if you're targeting anyone with hate speech.
You know who would disagree with that statement?
Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk.
Any fucking American? Like,
yeah.
Again,
who defines?
Well, he can't disagree with. He can't disagree with it now.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
maybe
how convenient.
Maybe it's Pam Bondi.
That's a fair point.
And
fucking Pam.
This is the thing. This is where the power grabs and the fucking lockdowns
100%.
and everything comes in. We're doing it in Charlie's name.
Word police.
We're doing this for Charlie.
So
they're gonna make him a martyr for a fucked up cause. Like, there's already people doing power grab shit for that.
1,000%.
Just even do Turning Point, let alone the rest of the world.
Palantir. Here comes Peter Thiel. Oh man, they can shoot anybody anywhere.
Here's my problem, dude.
Let her rip.
Okay, so I've been at the academy. We took some recruits to the alarm room. Mm-hmm. The alarm room, okay, our alarm room has the technology that when you call 911, they can take your latitude and longitude and figure out what fucking room of the house you're in and whether you're on the first or second floor.
Yes.
That's the alarm room.
Yes.
You're telling me our FBI can't figure out where the fuck the shooter is?
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah. You're telling me they don't know who it is, where it is. They don't already have people cyber hacking into every single person's phones and data and shit. How come we only have 3 or 4 videos from the shooting? Why do we not have every one of those kids in the front row with their fucking cell phones?
It's funny you bring that up. There's 2 videos of the shooting that I've been able to find on the internet. 2.
Right. Why is there not 4 million?
Everybody had their phones out.
Why?
Everybody records.
Why can we post a video with, I'm going to say it, the word Israel in it, and we get kicked off of TikTok, but that algorithm let that video run for fucking 4 days?
That was a video I didn't need to see.
As a parent,
that was hard to
as a social media consumer, as somebody who is an American citizen, you're telling me we're going to ban all these fucking videos. The algorithm can sense this word, this material, this data, but that video stayed up for how fucking long?
Long enough.
That's disgusting.
It's about sending a message.
That to me is fucking sick.
That's what that is.
I think, like, let's be honest. Okay. So you talk about that video going out, right? You talk about all the conspiracies. We talk about people want to blame somebody. You're talking about making them a martyr for this cause and that. So you get all these people riled up, right? On social media, because that's where it's happening, on social media. Whatever you're upset about, you're going to get fed more content to rile you up. Whatever your conspiracy is, you're going to get more. And those people who are posting that stuff get rewarded by views and clicks. Yeah. They actually get money from
promoting.
Not we.
No.
Not we.
Society, government.
Not society. Social media platforms.
Yes.
What role do they play in just continuing this fucking hate? Because the algorithm that they created is feeding you this shit to get you pissed all day, every day.
Said it 100 times before, dude. Everybody on there who makes the selfie videos telling you about what's going on that you consume it, they're called influencers.
Yeah.
They're called influencers. Right. They're not trying to
They're there to make you think a certain way.
And not even just the influence. I just read this morning, so I didn't get a chance to like fully break it down. But they've already found bot accounts from China, Russia, and I think Iran that are just posting to rage baiting everybody over this whole Charlie Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it just drives me
crazy. That's happening already.
We probably do it to them too, but yes.
Look at all.
Well, no, because they don't have social media.
And again,
that's right.
This is going to sound like I'm saying all the shooters are. And Johnny and I had this conversation. Not all of the mass shooters or shooters recently have all been trans, right? But in those instances, how many times have we not released information to protect their family, their privacy?
We're going to hide the manifesto.
We're not going to give you all the manifesto stuff because it's privacy for their family.
Yeah.
What about fucking Charlie Kirk's family? They let that video run for fucking days. It's still there. You can still find it. He's got a family. He's got kids. That thing's going to be immortalized forever. Nobody gave a fuck about their privacy.
And along with the video of him being shot, they also let all of the videos of people celebrating his death run for days and days and days. You want to get on the internet and
I don't know everything's immortalized on the internet, but his kids are going to grow up and see that at some point because they didn't scrub it fast and they didn't do a good job hiding it.
I don't think they tried to hide it. You can still find it. It's still on the internet.
As a parent,
it's fucked up.
As an American, like that pisses me off.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got all the rage baiting and everybody you saying you're going to make him a martyr for a fucked up cause. Trump is already like, you want a leader in this time to sit there and fucking not fan the flames. Well, he's pouring gasoline on it immediately, saying it's the far left, the radicals doing this. Yeah. And then Stephen Miller, his fucking little insane boyfriend, comes out saying that, guess what? Democrats and far left, he said Democrats at one point. Democrats are a terrorist group.
Yeah.
You know what we do to terrorist boys?
Yeah, we kill them.
Well, we blow up their boats.
If you're a gay barber, you get sent to a fucking inhumane prison in El Salvador, or we'll fucking blow you up.
Yep.
If you're a terrorist, we can do whatever the fuck we want without any due process. If you're a terrorist,
it depends on if that's deemed. If be careful, because if what you're saying is hate speech, then all the Republicans are going to get fucking jailed. I told Adam, I said,
it depends on who's in power.
My fear is this: is the division between right and left has been going on forever. It's been getting further and further, and we talked about it ad nauseum. You're not a Democrat unless you're extreme left. You're not a conservative unless you're or a Republican unless you're extreme right. There is no middle ground anymore. My fear is this: and again, not saying it's always the Democrats, not saying it's always the left, but the picture that's painted and advertised through media or social media is the left always saying the right is so violent, the right has guns, we need gun control, they're for gun control. And then they paint this picture, the right, that the left is the ones committing these acts of violence, committing these shootings.
Every time.
It's transgender, it's trans this, it's gay.
They're coming after your kids.
And
every time.
And the right's rebuttal or their comeback is always, you guys always say we're the violent ones, but you're the ones doing the shootings. You're the one doing this. You're the one doing that. My fear is that this is the catalyst to the tipping point to where the right says, okay, fuck you guys. We're the violent ones. Game fucking on. That is my concern.
I've seen so many videos of people showing up to Charlie Kirk rallies and saying like, fuck Charlie Kirk. And then the whole crowd just fucking destroys.
My fear is that restraint and being the ones who say, hey, we're pro guns. We're not for gun violence. Are people going, all right, we're out of limit.
They're off leash now.
We've had enough. Our compassion is super
I guess my message to those people would be like, if you're feeling some sort of way about this, I would urge you to react in a manner that's in line with how the world is that you want to live in.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You're absolutely correct. My fear is that's not
rational people.
Yes,
that's not rational people.
Right.
And speaking of rational people, and you talk about, again, the rage baiting and this and that, and the right saying this and the left saying this. How funny was it that for, I don't know how many years, the left was hardcore into cancel culture and the right was saying how bad it is. We shouldn't have cancel culture. Feelings don't matter. Fuck your feelings, blah, blah, blah. Facts over feelings. And now cancel culture is fucking hate
speech. Can't have hate speech. Can't have any. Yeah.
Have you been online at all and seen hey, people should be losing their jobs.
Yes.
This and that. Like fucking the attorney general and the vice president are calling for people to lose their jobs.
And something in me is like, yeah, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but also like in a fucked up way, isn't it their right to say that and have that opinion?
But I think, and I go back to this for both sides. There is free speech and there is freedom of action, but that doesn't mean it comes without any sort of consequence.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess that leads to a bigger, does everything you say and do have to lead to losing your job and losing your income?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And so yeah, there should be consequences for certain things. If you're going around and saying like, I don't know, just think of the most insane Nazi shit or the most sex, all that stuff. If you're going around saying that and you work in a hospital, like maybe you shouldn't be in that hospital because what if a Mexican guy comes in there and needs healthcare? Fuck that guy.
But the deal is it is, in my opinion, you have the right to say that and you have the right to stand up for your beliefs. But if that's your belief, then you should ride or die on that belief. Yeah. The hospital has every right to look at you and go, that's not part of our core values.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
As an employee, we're going to have to let you go.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be up to the mob to decide who comes and who goes.
No, it's up to
and pressuring that business into. Do you remember the gay cake in Colorado? Like,
no.
Yeah.
I guarantee you remember this years ago. It's like,
I ate gay cake. I don't.
For the record, all cake is gay.
Okay.
All cake?
All cake.
Only when it runs out.
So you'll remember this as soon as I say it. But a gay couple came into a bakery and wanted the wedding cake.
Yes.
And he's like, this goes against my beliefs.
Yes, I do remember.
Dude was canceled to the max.
I went to the Supreme Court, I want to say.
Maybe, I don't know.
Right?
But they fucking...
It's his business. He's got the right to deny whatever the fuck he wants.
Exactly.
Agree.
But that heavy cancel culture, alive and well, and we all said it was wrong. And now we're just... Now that we have the power, we're going to...
And that's not right, dude.
It's not. So you're never really against cancel culture if you're for it now.
No.
Right.
Just like free speech. Same deal.
Right.
Like either you're for it or you're not. It's not this fucking gray zone you get to walk in and be amorphous. I'm on this side. I'm on that side.
And with free speech in the marketplace of ideas, eventually, if you let everybody say what they truly think for long enough, eventually the generally thought of as bad ideas will get shouted down over time and over time and over time. And you'll run out of them eventually. You don't have to fucking shoot people over it.
Theoretically, when you talk about ideas will get shot down, I have another story that might say to the contrary about what you're actually even allowed to hear or who's going to be telling you what you're seeing and hearing on TV and movies and everywhere. But that's in the rundown. But it's just it's a to your point, it's a tipping point in a lot.
Yeah, that's
would
my
you
concern.
say it's a turning point?
Yeah, that's Adam and I were talking about it before. I mean, that's just my concern is, we've got, especially living in Arizona, right? We talk about the terrorist cartels that now that with the border war is going to actually be potentially on our soil. Like we have so much other shit that going on that we need to worry about. And now people are even more divided. And now you've got people that are gun-toting patriots that have had their fill. And now we're even more divided. And now you don't know who you can't trust your government. Nobody trusts the narrative. Everybody thinks everything automatically is a conspiracy, whether it's real or not. And like, I feel like that's the chaos that certain entities or people or the powers that be want to sow, because the more divided we are, the easier we are to conquer.
Divide and conquer, bro. I was just going to say that.
It's the oldest war tactic in the world. Divide everybody so that you can remain in control, gain more control. Before you know it, we're China. We're being policed at every intersection, at every action.
China. It's happened. And these are the events these are the events they use to grab power like that.
100%.
Like I say it all the time, 9/11 and the Patriot Act.
Yes.
Yep.
And look, it was supposed to be temporary for our safety, but now it's still here for our safety.
Yep.
And Mark, something will come out of this that will be here for our safety.
Yeah.
In the memory of Charlie Kirk, never again.
I will say, because it sounds like we're closing up on this, I do really think it's worth following Candace Owens and her pursuit of truth in the matter. She's saying some pretty wild shit, like she usually does. I think she means business right now, dude. It's kind of scary watching her videos right now, going, oh God, what are we getting into?
And I will say this. I want to believe that she's everything that she says she is and she's all for everything, but because I'm a skeptic, I'm trying to keep it at face value. I hope it's real. I hope it's true. I hope she does her thing, but I am full blown trust but verify mode.
Absolutely.
And there is an entertainment component to that.
Absolutely.
That she needs.
Don't get views and clicks.
That's right. So I do believe she's hurt. I do believe Charlie Kirk was her friend. And I do believe she is on a warpath for good reasons. I truly do believe that. However, as a realist, I sit back and look at that and go, okay, let's keep this for what it is at arm's length and take whatever news that we can glean from that moving forward and try to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, and just try to keep it all within perspective.
I feel like Candace's safety is no longer in question though, because if they kill her, it's like, all right, we know. She's almost in this position of you can't.
If you kill me, you prove it.
Yeah, go ahead and kill me. Yeah, because then
if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful.
Strike me down.
Yeah, dude. We'll see. More to come, obviously. We're going to learn more about things. And when we get information, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Very, very sad deal, though.
Yeah, I think that's a good note to end on.
Yeah. Speaking of terrorists, did you see that they tried to charge Luigi Mangione as a terrorist?
Yeah, they dropped it.
What? They dropped it, yeah.
Why?
Everyone's a terrorist, Steve. Because we can do shit. We can drop you in a fucking hole and never have a trial for you.
That's a good point.
So but they dismissed that claim. Like he's not a terrorist.
I can see domestic terrorism because of the scope of what was going on. You went after the CEO of Pharma, like you had this big goal in mind. It was one dude who enacted a deal.
Exactly.
Like it wasn't a grand scheme.
Yeah,
he didn't have a network. You have a network. I get it.
Is it like when you start saying you're a terrorist? Like
it's just like calling people a Nazi. It's like calling people a fascist.
Exactly.
It's just
it.
Yeah.
So
everything's important. Nothing's important.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm reading a list of charges on him right now.
Luigi?
Does he still have that big fan club of women that are just fucking dude?
So they had a 1st-degree murder as an act of terrorism. That was dropped.
That's not an act of terrorism. It was just murder.
Second-degree murder as a crime of terrorism. That was dropped. He is still facing a second-degree murder charge and 8 additional counts, including possession of a weapon, criminal possession of a
second-degree murder. Isn't it first? Like he did it premeditated. Like that's first, right?
That's the state charge. Now he's also facing federal charges: murder through use of a firearm, stalking, firearms offenses. He's also facing charges in Pennsylvania, carrying a firearm without a license, forgery, false identification.
That must be at that rat-filled McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. That was the orgy of evidence comment, because you said it's kind of weird that he got caught out of McDonald's with a backpack with a gun and a note, and here's how I did it, and here that was it.
In the same gear he did it in.
I was like, I can't remember what you were talking about. That was it. Where you had the shooter get caught with everything you needed to convict him.
We have everything that you need to know in 24 hours. Yeah. This is him. This is the
manifesto. One.
The reason I don't believe any conspiracy around that is like, it's the CEO of the company. Again, it's like, do we need to create a conspiracy around this? Like, it's probably just some fucking crazy kid.
Yeah. Like, right place, right time for him.
Yeah. Wrong for the
wrong place, wrong time for the other guy.
Not so much. I wonder how long he stalked that dude to know like he's going to be here.
I don't know.
You know,
enough to charge him with stalking, apparently.
Yeah. Like, I wonder how long it took to like recognize a pattern. Like, he'll be here.
Yeah, because they always, like you said, they always have bodyguards with them. How do you find the one time they're going to do their coffee run with no bodyguard?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Or maybe that just dude didn't have security. Like a lot of those. Fuck it. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. Anyway.
But all I got left is rundown material.
Do.
The rundown. So, TikTok been pushed back a little bit again. Because remember, we're supposed to get rid of TikTok.
Supposed to ban it.
It's supposed to, because
of the sale and all that, right?
National security. We got to get rid of TikTok.
China was getting into our shit or something.
So, yeah. They're stealing American values or something.
Yeah.
So,
they can have our values right now. Shit.
Yeah,
right? You can have it, China. It's all yours. But so we've pushed it back because we got a deal, boys.
Hell yeah.
Part of the deal, baby.
We got a fucking deal.
Yes.
40 chess.
So TikTok's operations in the U.S. are averting it an imminent ban because we got a fucking deal. Under the proposal, TikTok will shift towards U.S.-controlled ownership. And who's going to own it?
Elon.
Donald Trump. We're calling it MAGA talk.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's a little, so they've got the framework. It's going to be, they're going to have a phone call, Trump and Xi, like, and work it out, whatever. But who is in the running to own 80% of it or the company Oracle.
Oh, shit.
Loaned by Larry Ellison, who is now the richest man in the world. Larry Ellison, big fan of the Jews.
Yeah.
His son, David Ellison, he owns Skydance Pictures, Skydance Media, who just had a merger with Paramount. Who does Paramount own? Paramount,
everything,
and Skydance now owns Skydance, Paramount, MTV, CBS, Nickelodeon, BET, Comedy Central, CMT, Pluto, and you know who just CBS News just purchased the Free Press, owned by Barry Weiss, who is basically just a mouthpiece for the state of Israel, and they're making Barry Weiss in charge of the editorial
shit
that goes on at CBS. And
so they'll be able to cover more outlets with the property.
It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. They are now trying to buy Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns Warner Brothers Studios, obviously, Discovery, New Line Cinema, DC, HBO, CNN, TNT, TBS, True TV, and several others. And then addition to TikTok. What do you think that you're going to be allowed to see that contradicts whatever Larry Ellison and his son believe?
American TV is going to become like the radio stations with like classical music. Like you're going to have to search for that one random ass station that plays the one thing that's different.
We've gone cable full circle and now it's more expensive. Don't get me started on that rant. That's fucking insane.
That's insane. So basically,
who steps in and says, "Hey,
we have laws?
You can't have a monopoly on all this shit." They did that. They did that stuff.
The person that was in charge of busting everybody up and actually doing a decent job, Lena Khan. They shit canned her ass.
Oh, good,
because she did too good of a job.
She did too good of a job. So she's gone. So monopolies are a thing again, boys. We're back in the days of robber barons, apparently.
Shit, man. Let's start buying stuff.
You got any money? I got nothing.
I got nothing.
You know why I got nothing? Because I'm in the middle class. I got fucking.
It takes $180,000 a year to be middle class now. You're welcome.
Which kind of feeds back into all this stuff surrounding Charlie Kirk. Like people are disenfranchised.
Yeah.
Why else would you just like have this nihilistic view of the world where like, fuck man, I got to kill people. Like my life's shit. Like, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. Like, I'm never going to buy a house. I can't afford a kid.
One of the last situations, I would say, people out there advertising, let's just talk about it. Let's just have a conversation and hear both sides. Like, we just got rid of that. So, like, there's no more promotion of both sides. This is the news. Trust me, bro. It's trust me, bro news.
Exactly. And
that's a new segment for us.
Trust me, bro news.
Like a planet.
And like, speaking of trust me, bro news, you talk about the Ellisons who are going to own fucking half of everything you're allowed to see. And then you get all these other like shadowy groups. I can't remember. There was some weird Democratic super PAC that was paying for all these. We talked about it a little bit, Adam. They were paying all the Democratic influencers, among which Brian Tyler Cohen, David Pakman. They're huge on YouTube, but they're left leaning. They were getting paid by this weird shadowy super PAC.
USA.
No one knows. No, I can't remember the name of it, but nobody knows where the money comes from. Like, it could be from Larry Ellison. I don't know. But then we had that other media group from out of Russia who was funding Dave Rubin, Tim Pool, and all them. Like, who the fuck is feeding us a narrative that?
Why are we allowing people to fucking feed us narratives,
dude? It's insane.
We're fucking America.
Like, how much of this? Come
on.
The one fucking time he doesn't have his.
I was trying to fucking research what super PAC pays him.
So
what's his name?
So look up Brian Tyler Cohen or David Pakman. It's just insane, dude. Like, how much? So you think like all the big corporations, they're obviously bought in it. A few people own the narrative to those, right? We're talking newspapers, cable TV, all that shit. Now all the freelance influencers on YouTube and X, they're all getting bought up by people too.
1630 fund, I think is what you're looking for. The 1630.
That might be right. And honestly, it doesn't matter because you can't tell who donates to them and gives them the money. It doesn't matter.
For what it's worth, that wouldn't come up on Google. I had to go over to Grok and have Grok do the work for me.
Interesting.
Weird.
But I mean, it's crazy to me, man. So now TikTok will be under the control of somebody. Thank God we got thank God we saved TikTok.
Thank God we kept it.
Thank God the Chinese aren't influencing us anymore. Now we got Larry Ellison to influence us. So that's cool. And speaking of just weird shit, somebody came out of Russia, Anton Kobayashi.
Common spelling.
He's a senior advisor to Vladimir Putin, alleged at an Eastern Economic Forum in Vladivostok that the United States is plotting to erase $35 trillion in national debt by manipulating cryptocurrency and gold markets. He claims that Washington wants to rewrite the rules of global finance by shifting value into digital assets and stablecoins and undermining the dollar and destabilizing international markets.
Well, we talked about that before when Trump first got in office, and there was a lot of people who had these conspiracy theories that he was going to help erase the debt through digital currency. And
how does that even? I'm so confused.
Investing in inflated shit that made no sense to anybody.
So if you want to read more about this, it is a deeper dive. It's on Financial Times, but I just wanted to throw out that headline there. That now, I mean, it's a Russian dude, so take that for what it's worth.
But we had heard about that months ago about the conspiracy behind how Trump's, when he first got elected, about all these great things he was going to do, and he was going to erase the debt, and people are like, how is that possible? And all these financial people are like, oh, through crypto, this, that.
You know what's going to be cool is that your money won't be worth shit.
Yeah.
Your fucking money, unless you have all the crypto that Trump wants you to have. And by the way, probably got to be Trump's crypto that he's invested in.
Dogecoin or something.
Yeah, like
stupid.
All your dollar, everything is going to go to shit. But all the elites are going to be covered because they've been buying heavy into crypto.
It would be called the Melania, not the dollar.
It's going to cost you 6 Trump coins and
6 Melania
4 Melania nickels.
That's like millions.
Oh my God.
$1 million Melania nickels.
We are so absolutely unequivocally fucked.
There it is.
Like, we are fucked. Yeah, Epstein, we're never getting that.
Just throw that in the garbage.
Yeah, what else?
That was the files right there. They're gone. They're gone.
Yeah, that was
They're not real. They don't exist.
No!
Stupid.
This is just another little side note from Israel. Former Israeli Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi has confirmed that more than 200,000 Palestinians have been killed or injured, which is kind of what we've been coming to.
That's not verifiable. That's anti-Semitic to say that.
This guy is a minister of the IDF.
He just died.
Former chief of staff for the IDF. His quote is, "We took the gloves off."
We took the gloves off and decimated the civilian population.
Holy shit.
Good for you.
At some point they had the gloves on and they said, nope, these are uncomfortable. They're kind of restricting my movement.
It's fucking up my trigger finger.
Some fucking stretching.
Right?
Yay.
So, and those numbers are pretty much in line with what the Gaza Health Ministry has been saying.
200,000?
Yeah.
So
everybody was denied.
That's casualties. So 64,000 plus killed and 163,000 plus injured. And when injured could be like
maimed,
terminal brain injury.
Yeah.
You've lost both your legs.
Your legs are blown off.
Which, let's be honest, that's what it probably is because they're carpet bombing the cities right now.
And they're saying tens and tens of thousands unaccounted for.
How many terrorists they get though?
Like 4 or 5.
8.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck?
And just where's this other thing? I don't even know if I have it. But Netanyahu came out and said, I think he said this the day Charlie Kirk died or the day after on September 11th. Dude, I got to find the exact quote because it's pretty nice.
He said,
I don't have it. That's odd. But he said that it was in reference to the West Bank because they're allowing more settlements in the West Bank. Illegal settlements, by the way. You can't go into another country and just start taking land.
Right.
You can't do that. He said, this is ours. We own this. There will be no two-state solution. I'm paraphrasing, but that was it. There will be no two-state solution.
I feel like they just launched a ground invasion too.
So the West Bank is different from Gaza.
Oh, it is?
Another front of the war they're doing is moving into Gaza.
Right.
So this is the seventh front of their war.
Sending in ground troops now.
In Gaza City.
Yeah.
And just leveling buildings and telling everyone you got to leave. Where? Don't know.
Well, you're also not allowed to travel outside of here either. So,
bro, like,
I don't even
know what to say.
When
about
you guys
this
think the world is going to stand up to this, is it like, honestly, do you think they're fucked, or do you think at some point, like, why isn't, like, if not us, like, here's
the exact quote.
Yeah, please.
There will be no Palestinian state. This place belongs to us. Netanyahu.
So, like, when is the rest of the world? Like, let's say we're out of the game.
Adam, the rest of the world has said this is fucking genocide.
So why isn't anybody is everybody looking to us to do something about it? Why us? Why doesn't fucking England do something?
Well, here's the scary part is we're not going to do anything because they're our greatest allies. Right. So when somebody does decide to stand up and do something and World War III starts, we're going to be the fucking villain.
Do you want to know how fucked we are in the world's eyes?
We're so fucked.
Think about this. They just bombed Qatar, right? Qatar is an ally of the United States. We're doing billions and billions of dollars in business with them with chips and AI data centers. So are those even going to be safe? Number one. So we're doing tons of business with them. They just gave Trump a plane. Here's the gift. We're going to buy you off. Yeah. They house a base with 10,000 American troops on there. And even they are not safe from getting bombed if Israel wants to bomb them. Even we can't stop them. So why would anybody want to be an ally of the United States? We seem insane and crazy. You know who might seem a little more stable and they've got just enough money?
Russia.
China. Why not go over to China? They've got a lot of money. They do a lot of the same games that the United States does as far as soft power around the world. Why don't I go over there and invest in them? The United States is fucking insane right now.
Are we the bad guys right now, dude?
Wait, right now?
Well, as it relates to this situation specifically.
Dude,
are we the bad guys right now?
All I can say is the image that I had in my head growing up as an American boy is gone.
Same.
Like,
and it makes you question a lot. Like the more that we learn, and we've had this conversation before, is it really makes you just start like asking questions and looking back in history and looking at things that we were told that aren't necessarily true. And I start to, because I wasn't in the military, but I consider myself patriotic. I consider myself American. I love my country.
Yeah.
But I get sick to my stomach sometimes when we start having these conversations. And I even look back 30, 40, 50 years at the shit that went on. And I go, ugh, I feel dirty.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about the thing that I walk around being proud about. Like, I kind of feel misled.
Well, that goes back to, I think I mentioned it last week about how the generation before us and the generation before them, they were getting their single income family. They were getting their white picket fence.
The American dream.
We're not getting that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you could shut the fuck up and look the other way if you got your house.
Back in the day, it was, holy fuck, we did what in Cambodia? Shut the fuck up because
I got my bowling league to get to.
Yeah.
See the boys.
But now it's so hard to just pay the bills that everyday Americans are going, okay, our shit stinks. And now I'm starting to notice because I got nothing else going for me right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like, in the best part about all of this is nobody wants any of this shit.
No.
And they just shove it down our throat anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you want. And this will make you feel better about being an American. We blow up another Venezuelan.
Did he have drugs on him?
Well, loaded with drugs.
Did he have a boat?
Well, it was a boat.
He owned a boat.
It was a boat.
Fishing
boat. Another boat.
He was rowing and they fucking got him, dude.
We fucking
just kidding. He was not rowing.
No, but we blew up another Venezuelan boat. That one, you can see that on TV too. We've got that because they said, trust me, bro, he's a drug dealer.
Trust me, bro news.
And they were headed for the United States. Trust me. How do we know? You just know.
Are
just
we
trust me.
devil's advocate?
We had the intel to know that that's where he's headed, but we couldn't find the fucking gunman for.
Are we devil's advocate?
Till his dad.
Are we demanding too much proof from our government?
No, it's the most transparent government.
First of all,
I had to ask. I don't agree either. I had to throw it out there.
That is an insane statement.
Be fair.
Are we asking for too much proof from our government?
The people who represent us, who we elect to represent us.
No, I
for
agree.
the people,
totally
by the people, of the people.
All I'm saying, I guess, to play devil's advocate, because I don't agree with this, but I'm saying like so much happens all over every day. We couldn't possibly be told the exact truth about everything all the time. Is this something that the media cherry picks to piss us off and not give us the information?
You tell me this. Are you comfortable, to anybody, are you comfortable with them just blowing up?
No.
At this point, I'm saying anybody out there listening, are you comfortable with us blowing up civilians and them just saying, trust me, he's a terrorist?
Well, that's the thing. At this point, I think most Americans would say, I need proof for everything because I can't trust you, motherfucker.
Dude, yeah, you want
anything.
You want us to trust you? Trust is earned, dude.
If our government had a good track record over the last 30 years, it would be a lot more. It'd be a lot more plausible and easier for Americans to digest if they said, "Hey, listen, we can't give you all the info. You got to trust us on this one." It'd be easier to go, "Okay, you got it, boss."
Yeah.
But when you got people coming out going, "Hey, trust us on the vaccine. Trust us on this. Trust us on that. Trust us on this government tie. Trust us that they're our greatest ally. Trust us that we didn't do this. Well, maybe we did. Well, we're going to tell you the truth, but we're not. And if the truth doesn't exist, but it did, now we're not going to release it." Like, at what point do you go, "Fuck you, dude"? I want receipts on everything.
For a while, because what they've done is they've eroded the public trust.
If the 100%, if the United States of America was your wife, you would have divorced her. You would not believe
so many times over.
Yeah, like
I'd be in jail for spousal abuse.
Like you were aware those text messages don't. Can I see your text messages?
Yeah.
No,
they don't exist.
Like actually, you know what? I'll show you. But
no,
like, what are you doing? I'm not erasing them, but I'll let you see them.
Just trust me, I didn't erase them.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
The text messages don't exist.
There's no time,
but I'm also not going to let you see them.
Yeah,
that's what that shit.
This is insane. Like I said, if you were in a relationship with the U.S. government, you would have fucking left.
Yeah.
So we blew up another Venezuelan boat. What else?
I'm loving the paper toss, dude. I'm loving it.
I don't even know, like this thing with former agents of the FBI suing. I can't even get into the story today. Oh, well, you now have to pass loyalty tests at the FBI. Did you
Did
you vote for Trump?
When did no way,
brother,
dude, no fucking way.
That's happening. Like,
let me see that paper.
What?
Let me see that paper.
There's links on there. I know you can't click on them, but they're there.
According to recent news reports and a lawsuit filed by former officials, the FBI is using polygraph tests to specifically test employee loyalty to current leadership under Director Kash Patel. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't make this shit up. I just read it.
What the
holy fuck?
What the fuck?
And if that's not enough to make you feel good about the world, Russia just sent a fleet of drones flying over Poland that NATO had to scramble jets for and shoot them all down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is Russia starting to show a little bit of force saying, "Hey, fuck you guys. Like, we're just going to show you."
Russia's starting to strut.
Yeah.
Like
they're taking their gloves off because they're time being constricted.
And what the fuck are you going to do about it? So what does this do here? So Poland has called exercise their Article 4 rights, which basically says it's not the, hey, we have to go to war. It's like, hey, we need to all get together and have a serious talk about what we're going to do about this.
We need to get our plan together.
We need to get a plan together, which makes a lot of sense because invading airspace of a NATO country is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Or is it? Because if we just keep letting them do it and nothing happens, Russia's going to be like, okay, I've probed these defenses long enough. I know I can go over.
I'm going to go a mile further.
Exactly.
I'm going to go a mile further.
Exactly.
Let me find out where their line in the sand is, and then we'll back up to just to there, and then we'll take that.
Now I'm going to drop one bomb and say it's Hamas. Well, not Hamas, but you get the idea.
It's Iran.
Yeah.
The U.S. wants to go. U.S. wants to go to war with Iran anyway.
It's a terrorist.
Why doesn't Russia just do it all the time and just blame Iran?
Dude,
we didn't do it.
I swear to God, dude.
Iran did.
That's an Iranian.
Like, I swear to God, comrade, this was Iran.
Trust me, bro. Trust me.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, it was Hamas terrorist Iran. Something like that. You know what I'm trying to get at. Tell your news people that.
Use AI to type it for you.
So there's that. So like, let's see what happens with that. Moving on to something happier, maybe or maybe not. But Adam, this would be along the lines of a tech segment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Haven't heard that in a minute. Hell yeah.
Terminator's got good teeth.
He does, dude. I wish I had those teeth. So Albania appoints the first AI.
That was crazy.
To Adam.
So Albania has become the first country in the world to appoint an artificial intelligence system named Delia as a government minister designated in collaboration with Microsoft
to prevent corruption.
Delia will oversee public procurement, a sector plagued by corruption, with the goal of ensuring transparency and strengthening Albania's case for European Union membership, because they're not allowed into the EU because they're totally corrupt.
AI minister.
So
what the fuck?
But think about this. Just think about this on the fire department level.
Okay.
Why did we all of a sudden change monitors?
Because somebody got a kickback.
Okay. Procurement, right?
Yes.
Okay. What if we had AI who's
they were better, but the blood pressure didn't work and the pulse ox sucked, but somebody got a kickback.
The pouches were smaller, didn't hold the shit with me. And there's that.
Hey, well, we got to vote on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was that also.
Right. It was democracy.
Yeah. Now, let's just say we had some artificial intelligence system that was in charge of procurement. And when someone said, hey, we need new monitors, let's put it into ChatGPT. And they're like, no, these monitors are good versus this, that, and the other thing. These still check out and should be viable for the next 2.5 years. Like, okay, AI says so. We're keeping these for another 2.5.
Can we address the elephant in the room?
Yeah.
What happened when Gemini was asked to show bad people? Because that was AI and it was it was programmed with bias.
That's the other side of the
coin. What the fuck?
That's the other side
How
of the
do
coin.
you know that Delia does not have any bias on whoever they're buying the programming from?
That's the other side. So, I mean, I don't know where the inputs come from. It's with Microsoft, whoever they run there. Isn't Microsoft still in partnership with OpenAI?
I don't know.
Or do they end that? They may be. I don't know. But yeah, that's the other side of the coin is who's putting the inputs in here. What's the strategy?
Yes.
It's very interesting. So I did see that I think China also has. So Estonia pioneered e-governance, but not at a ministry level. China and the UAE also use AI in government decision systems, though not as ministers.
Can we just pause and you just said e-governance?
Yeah, man.
What the fuck?
That's
so you're telling me that these places in government, they're like, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's see what they say.
Essentially,
they're turning to AI to go, hey, let's give us the solution to this.
We're so fucked, bro. How many years till we have AI senator? How many years?
There's one guy. I don't know what country he works for.
Take the over.
But he's in the European Union. Yes. I don't know what country
he was lobbying for it to have. Yes.
Well, what he does,
it wasn't France. It was.
Yeah, I know.
I want to say
it wasn't France. It was a very small country.
Yeah.
EU. But yeah, exactly. Like he was using that to make decisions. Like
he was lobbying to have that be the way forward.
Yeah. And the way things are going right now, can you blame anybody?
No. I mean, we knock it and we joke about it and we say how fucked up it would be, but I don't know, man. Is it a better way right now? Is it
any more fucked up than what we have now? Like, and that's how it's going to get ushered in, is like, it's going to be the savior or billed as the savior.
UK general election in 2024, AI persona named AI Steve was run for parliament. And in Denmark, they have currently in 2022, they established the Synthetic Party, which was founded with an AI chatbot named Leader Lars as its public face. It's already happening all over the world.
Fucking bring it, man.
E-governance.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's so fitting that we have the Terminator on our tech segment.
Oh my God.
So fucking Cyber9.
Dude, that's all I got, man.
I didn't even get it.
It's been a fucking week.
Dude.
I didn't even get a fire thing. I was so obsessed with Charlie Kirk.
We'll let the fireside come at a later date.
I'm going to come.
Yeah. Had to get it in.
It's been a week, boys. Like,
yeah, what the crap?
And there's a lot of shit I cut out. I'm like, there's just this is a lesser thing. It's cool, but lesser. Like,
well, I'm glad I got to be here with you guys.
Yeah, glad you can make it, dude.
Yeah, that was only probably 2 hours.
At least.
Hour and 45.
Yeah. Holy shit. Hey, if you've made it this far, thank you. That was a long one.
Like and subscribe, baby. Smash that like button. Hit the thumbs up. New episodes every week.
More or less.
Comment.
There's new episodes. Yeah. Maybe not new material.
Thanks for showing up.
Later.